All right, welcome to another episode. I'm going to be talking about the New York Mets. Uh, it's September 23rd. They are, as we speak, at the top of the wild card for the National League. You ask me, I don't know how they are doing it with all their injuries. And if you check my channel, I have a few. I've done a few episodes with Met updates this year, and I'm disgusted with all the injuries. It's I've dubbed it the nightmare season. I mean, they've lost just about every starting pitcher, and that's the Mets' strength is their starting pitching. But like I said, we sit here September 23rd, another win tonight, beating up on the hapless Phillies. Which some of you will say, "Oh, well, they're supposed to win those games," but look what happened at the start of the week against Atlanta. Atlanta's killed the Mets this year, absolutely killed the Mets. It seems like Atlanta always beats the Mets when the Mets can least afford a loss. But what I want to touch on is, even if the Mets do make the wild card, how far can they go? Is this going to all be a race to make to be in and out? There's a possibility of a three-way tie between if it could wind up being a three-way tie between the Mets, the San Francisco Giants, and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's a very realistic possibility. It is. I read the other day, if there is a three-way tie, it's complicated. One team will opt to play a home game, and if they win, they will host the winner of the loser and the other team. They can either play one game at home or opt to play on the road and get two chances. So it's very confusing. It's these tiebreakers are always confusing. I'll put up a card at the end of the video to explain the tiebreaker situation. But I mean, they have been doing it with subs, backups, minor leaguers, AAA players. I mean, it's really becoming one of those seasons that if they do make some noise, this is going to be a team with an asterisk on it that's going to go down in history. I'm not saying they got to go all the way, but let's make a note here. The winner of the wild card goes on to play Chicago Cubs, who have the best record in the National League, and they've already clinched the Central. But if you're a Cubs fan, oh boy, you have to really be very nervous, and your anxiety must be through the roof. Your team hasn't won in over 100 years. This is one of their best teams ever. They've been the best team in the National League all year. And now you face the possibility of facing the Mets, who just last year swept them. I mean, I know, of course, this isn't the same team. This is the same Mets team, and they're not going to. The Cubs aren't going to be facing Matt Harvey or DeGrom, who's out for the season. He was just hurt this week. They're saying it was a nerve in his elbow. It was due to the scar tissue from his Tommy John surgery he had a few years ago. But I mean, if like I've ranted on my other Met update videos. Geez, it's like the injury bug is contagious on the Mets. Harvey went out early in the year. DeGrom is out now. Steven Matz is hurt. He's got elbow spurs, and it's killing his elbow's killing him. He has to miss a start here or miss a start there if he can even go anymore. Syndergaard has elbow spurs, and he's you could see he hasn't been the same pitcher he was in the first half, and but again they are doing it. They're doing it. It's becoming uh, starting pitching by committee. Every game they roll out four, five, six pitches out there. It's all hands on deck, and this is why if you're a Cubs fan, you don't want to face the Mets because they're a dangerous team. They are fighting and crawling right now, and these players that are on the Mets right now, these backup players and players who just got called up for the minor leagues and outcasts from other teams. Just you don't want to face a team like this who have been in do or die mode for the last month and a half, while the Cubs have pretty much been sitting pretty. Or the Cubs just might wipe the floor with the Mets and sweep them in 4 games if the Mets do make it out of the wild card. Or even if you're a Cub fan right now, I would be just holding my breath. We have the possibility to face either the Mets or your arch rival Cardinals, who are always dangerous, or even the Giants, who are dangerous too. They have starting pitching. They're a tested team also. But I mean, tonight we saw last night a walk-off home run by Cabrera. Mets down by 2. Bottom of the ninth, Jose Reyes hit a 2-run homer to tie it. Philly scored 2 in the 11th, top of the 11th, and then Cabrera hits a 3-run homer, and the Mets go home. I mean, that was a big win. They had just lost 3 against the Braves. Wednesday night, what seemed like Cespedes was about to send the fans home happy, and he gets robbed. He gets robbed of a game-winning home run. So these last 2 games have been, and all the games will be big. But tonight, you see the 10-5 win. They scratched it out. All hands on deck. Granderson, who's been hot, he finally found his power stroke the last month. Conforto back from the minor leagues, had 3 RBIs tonight, 2 for 3. Kelly Johnson had a big hit tonight. I mean, it's all hands on deck. And the starting pitching, I mean, you look at the pitchers tonight, and you if in April you wouldn't even know who these guys were. This is AAA. The starting pitcher was Zenoa. Verrett came in. Smoker who had the win tonight. Godell, Edgin, and Robles. These pitchers all have ERAs over 5. With the exception of Godell, who's 4.36, and Robles, who's 3.54. He's actually been pretty important for the Mets in the bullpen. But geez, can they sustain it? I mean, the Mets have had the good fortune of having a weak schedule here in September. Most of their games have been under 500 versus sub 500 teams. But anything is possible. Anything is possible. And just reading off the Mets injury report, DeGrom out for the season. Flores is day-to-day. Harvey's out for the season. Steven Matz, 15-day DL. I doubt he'll be back. East is gone. They got him. He came back and pitched. He couldn't even pitch. He got an out. He's out on the DL. Justin Ruggiano out 60-day DL. Syndergaard day-to-day. Walker out for the season with a herniated disc. Zach Wheeler ain't coming back this year. David Wright out for the season. Was out. Oh my God! Look at that, is incredible. And who's next? Who's next? It could be anybody, but just if we'll run down the Mets schedule real fast. who they have left after this Philly series. After the Phillies, they will travel to Miami, which is always Miami. The Marlins. It's nothing's guaranteed when the Mets play Miami, and then they'll finish up in Philadelphia next weekend. They have 9 games left. I'm sorry, yeah. Is it? Wait, I'm sorry. 4, 6, 8 games left. All winnable. You'd like to see them go at least 6-2. That would be nice. 6-2. You could live for 5-3. And of course, that all depends on what the Giants and Cardinals do. And we'll just go with the standings real fast. So as of tonight, the Mets are a half a game at the top wild card. The Giants have one more game to play. The Mets have played an extra game, one more game extra than the Giants. So the Mets 82-72, the Giants stand at 81-72, and the Cardinals are clinging to life at 80-73. They're a game back. We'll have to see. This week will be big, and all the Mets could do is keep scratching and crawling. They believe they could win every game. I think in some strange way, the pressure's off this team because the expectations are low, have been removed because of all the star players going down, all the star pitchers going down with injuries. So really, they have nothing to lose but everything to gain. I mean, if the Mets don't make the playoffs, could you really be mad at them? No. So we'll see what happens. And I'll make another New York Mets update next weekend, and to be continued. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.